Welcome everybody. Namaste and welcome to Holistic Concierge. As you all know, I am Sofia Felicidad Rego, founder of Fia Soul Wisdom and Holistic Concierge, where I bring on different experts that I personally work with, that has inspired me, and that I have love sharing their work. So today we bring on Izzy, and she will be talking a little bit about her work that she's been doing for a couple of years now with the moon cycles. So, Izzy, welcome to Holistic Concierge. You've been a part of this community for a bit now, but today we bring you on to share something exciting that you're going to be working with. So, please do share about yourself and what you have got to share with the community.
Well, thank you for having me. And thank you for being part of the community. I've met some wonderful people through the group and through our engagement together on Instagram. And some of my favorite creators and people I follow have been through this connection we have here in Holistic Concierge. So thank you for allowing me to be here. I'm Izzy. I'm an intuitive healing guide who has come on a journey with being able to move and energy and help other people master moving their own energy. And as an intuitive healing guide, I help people really kind of tune in to their inner wisdom and learn how to use that as a self healing roadmap. Noticing is one of the first parts of my body of work. And if you'd ask any of my students, they'd tell you they spend an annoying amount of time noticing. And that's really what I bring them back to, continually noticing what's going on in the subtle body. That's really what my body of work is about, is the subtle body. And as you know, the subtle body and the moon are tightly connected. And I've been tightly connected to the moon ever since I was a little girl, but I really connected to the moon when I was living in a camper, camping in the wilderness for, well, a while. I lived that way for a long time. And that enabled me to connect to the moon cycles in a way that I had never connected before. And it was the moon that drew me to inner reflection. And it was a practice of inner reflection associated with the moon that birthed New Moon Commitments. We start New Moon Commitments tomorrow, and it's really something that I'm very passionate about because we're going to be noticing, which I believe is the first step on your own healing path and learning about that inner wisdom. So we're going to be noticing. New Moon Commitments was born because my mentor taught me a practice of dedicating yourself, committing fully to something for 1.5 moon cycles. You start with the new moon, perfect time for setting intentions. You go a full 1.5 moon cycles, and then the full moon, you would release anything that has come up during your journey. And I find that noticing is one of the things that really brings a lot up. A lot of people are in different parts of their path and different areas of their journey as they go up and down the non-linear portion of healing. And within New Moon Commitments, anyone can find exactly where they are, no matter where they are on their journey, because this particular practice is all about noticing for 1.5 moon cycles. And I bring it to the world about 2, sometimes 3 times a year. We get together, we grow together, and usually it's a pretty small group of people that are able to participate each round. Although some people participate in their own way at home, but in the group, it's more outward participation, is usually only a few people. So if you like small groups, this is for you. It's great for moon lovers because it really enables you to utilize the moon and the energy of the moon to set your own self-reflection practice. So what are we noticing? I keep talking about noticing. What are we noticing? We're noticing the subtle body, physical body connection and how that's also connected to your emotions and everything else that goes on inside your mind, body, and energy. And here's the thing about healing. We do a lot of it in the first stages in our minds. And then we get to a certain point and we say, okay, What now? I know all the things. I know exactly where all this is coming from. I know all the trauma I had and what I did as a result. I know how to reverse it. I know how to calm my nervous system. What's next? And then we move to in the body. And this is the physical body. And the physical body is where this energy is manifested and stored. But it's not the starting point. The starting point is the subtle body. And all of these things play together in this orchestra. And if it's not harmonizing, if your body and your mind and your energy are not harmonizing together, then that's when you feel disconnected because you literally have a disconnect. Noticing brings us back to that practice. Noticing shows us that connection. So when you're noticing what's going on in your energy in response to your mind, and what's going on in your mind and in your body in response to your energy, you start to notice a lot of patterns. You start to notice a lot of stored energy, a lot of places that energy is also moving. And a lot of times you might even notice what joy feels like when you haven't tapped into that in a long time. And so this noticing practice really gives you a wide range of showing you what's going on in your mind, body, and energy, and allowing you to use that as little breadcrumbs along your journey to help you know what to look at, what to work on, and also what to celebrate. So 40 days of emails for me, and I promise they're really short because I'm not writing long emails.
And I love
And
that about it. Yes.
it's so short, and it really is something that you can come to look at as a reminder. And I'm structuring it so you don't really have to even read the full emails. It's really just the reminder to notice, and that's all we want to get out of this is noticing. There's nothing to fix, there's nothing to change. It's just being that observer, noticing what's going on. So you'll get some emails from me. The new moon commitment ceremony is tomorrow. That's a pre-recorded video, and then we will have another pre-recorded ceremony that you'll get full moon. You have full access. You can do it anytime that you want. And when you get the emails, you can even respond if you feel like sharing to me personally, but not in a group. We do have a group that Sophia's in where we can share our experiences. And I share the same things that happen in the emails and the ceremonies there. It's really just another place to get the information out. And this time I'm going to try to share it on Instagram the same as I do in the group. But Instagram just doesn't provide the same community aspect as the Facebook group does. So if you're into growing with the moon and you want to join a group of moon lovers, we are starting tomorrow. And it's going to be a very wonderful, powerful experience because we've got a lot of planetary action going on with the eclipse coming, the new moon. She's going to be at her darkest when she covers the sun. And that means that this energy gives us the power to see into our darkest shadows as well. So come notice it all with us.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I think, like you mentioned, that you've been doing this for a few moon cycles, and I've been a part of this process, and I've enjoyed it immensely. And that's why I talk about it constantly with my community that, come be in that space that you are creating for 40 days. You have your Facebook group, you have your Instagram where you have shared already the past moons that people can go and have a glimpse, but then coming into a new cycle with you, you have a different way of looking at it because you're mindful of the different aspects. So each theme is a bit different every time. I remember the first one that I went to, you had it for the grounding aspect. So we were taking pictures and sending you of where we were sitting, and I would go after work and just find a garden space and just sit, and it was nice because it was summer, so I got to do that. And yes, you have accountability partners where people can come together and do this because you're not alone to do this. I think we as a collective working with different energies can support another person in the process. So yes, that's a beautiful thing too, to be in that small little group that is growing constantly every moon cycles, and you like that it's a small space, but at the same time it's welcome for people that are following you on this 40 days. So I'm super, super excited to bring you on and share this because I personally have gained so much insights from just observing and following and reflecting. So thank you for taking this time to share, and you'll be sharing some much more on my Facebook group too, which is Holistic Concierge, and then having people come to your group too. So, yes, it's all about collective, the healing aspect of it, and to hold space for ourselves and for being a group that can be also be very supportive. So, yes, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
No, new moon commitments is it's my baby and I put it out into the world. And if that's something you're interested in, we'd love to have you.
Yes. Later on, we're going to put some links. So Izzy will mention her group name. So if you'd like to follow, you can also follow her on Instagram, which we will put the links below. And yes, reach out to us, comment, tell us about if you've done any of these kind of ceremonies before, if you want to try something different, something new. If you've not done this, you're going to be held by Izzy and the community so well. And yes, so please come on and join this beautiful new moon energy that we are in. So, yes. So, thank you, Izzy. And I'm excited. I'm super excited for this new moon that is coming forth just in another 24 hours. And we are going to be right bang in the middle. And so, yes, but perfect. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And we have much more to learn about each other and to get to know Izzy. So feel free to ask questions. I'm sure she'll be very glad to answer them. And yes, we will share all the socials in the link below so that you can find us and find a community.
See you
Thank you,
soon.
Izzy.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.